Music Inventor Podcast, Episode 1. Hey there, this is Jonathan. Welcome to the Music Inventor Podcast. I would like to invite you to check out both the Music Inventor Instagram page and the blog. The Instagram page is music_inventor, and the blog is johnthemusicinventor.blogspot.com, and that's John spelled John. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what it's been like for the first few weeks of music school here at Florida State University. For me, going to college to study music is a real dream come true. I spent some time in my early teens trying to come up with anything other than music to do for a career, but I just couldn't find another field which I could see myself spending 4 years studying, never mind the rest of my life. So after deciding that music was the right area for me to choose, I began reading about what it's like to major in music and how it affects a person's life. It turns out there is a fair share of articles and guides online about what being a music major is normally like. But it is difficult to find an actual story of a student's journey from freshman to senior and beyond. Now that I am actually living the life of a music major, I feel a need to share the experiences that I have so that there can be a more clear idea out there about what majoring in music can really be like. One thing that has really struck a resonant tone for me is the absolute thoroughness of each class. For example, in Music Theory 1, I haven't really learned many new concepts. However, there is a definite increase in the intensity which the principles of theory are being taught. So, to my listeners thinking about if you should go to college for music, just know that based on my experience here, they will really care what side of the 16th note you write the flags. At Florida State, all of the faculty and staff have been extremely warm, friendly, and helpful. Every time I talk to an instructor here, I get the feeling that they are genuinely interested in my personal success. There is definitely an incredible team of administrative staff working here at the music college, making sure that everyone stays on track and has all of their questions answered. It's a great feeling to know that if I need to know something about anything to do with academics, there's a whole group of people who has the job of making sure students like me are taken care of. If there is one thing I could think of for FSU to improve upon, it would be the parking situation. I have to arrive at between 7:45 and 8 o'clock in the morning every morning in order to get a parking spot in a garage. And ridiculously, I can't leave for the whole day unless I don't plan to come back, because as soon as you leave your parking spot, it's gone. So that's sort of a brief introduction to how things are going right now. So next, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the classes I'm taking and what type of work I'm having to put in to complete them. So first up, we're going to talk about Music and World Cultures class. This class is a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it a lot so far. The thing is, there's a lot of work to be done while you're completing the class. There's lots of reading in between each class, something to the effect of between 10 and 20 pages, and you can't skim read those 10 to 20 pages. You have to intentionally and actively read because there's lots of terminology, terms and definitions that don't get covered in class but show up on the tests. The reason for that is there's lots of activities and workshops that we do in class to help understand the material, but other than that, it's sort of the responsibility of the students to learn the terms and the definitions. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just something to get used to. And it's a lot of work. There's also a research project in the class. So you have to write a basic 1,000 word research paper about a topic relating to music and world cultures. And you also have to do a lot of field work. You have to go to some sort of a concert that relates to your topic, and you have to find a faculty member or a professional musician in the community to interview regarding your topic. So there's lots of work to be done for this class, but it's also a lot of fun. I'm also taking Music Theory 1. That's probably been my favorite class so far, just because I love theory, and even though the concepts aren't really new, the way that they're being taught, like I said, it's very thorough. And so to get to learn the basics of theory again, but from a slightly new and more thorough perspective, is a lot of fun. And to discuss the different concepts is great. There is a fair amount of homework in that class as well, in the way of theory worksheets. And the curriculum that FSU uses is very pleasant and nice to work with as far as the homework goes, but there does tend to be a fair amount of it. That's not a problem, but it takes time. I'm taking an English class, ENC 2135, Research in Genres, or something like that. I can never remember the exact title, but it's an English class, and the penultimate project is a research paper. So I'm doing 2 research projects this semester, and that's crazy, but I'm sort of starting to handle it a little bit. I'm picking the topic for the English class. I'm not 100% sure yet. So that class, the workload is actually pretty small, other than writing the actual papers, but it's not bad. Next, there's a recital attendance course, which is exactly what it sounds like. You're just required to go to 15 recitals at FSU during the semester. So that's not necessarily work. It's just something that you have to be aware of and make sure that you don't wind up having to go to 5 more recitals on finals week, because that would not be fun. The last class that I'm taking is Baroque Ensemble, and this is really a lot of fun. I get to play on a Baroque cello each week for the ensemble, and that's a great new experience, and the other members of the ensemble are great musicians, and it's a lot of fun to just get together and play through Baroque music. So that wraps up the basic overview of what life has been like for these first 5 weeks of music school here at Florida State. If you enjoyed this podcast, please feel free to check out more content on johnthemusicinventor.blogspot.com, and stay tuned for more episodes coming up in the future. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.